Let's get straight into the game, guys. Let's get some player introductions in here, because spawning over here in the top right of the map, ladies and gentlemen, as the blue Protoss representing CJ.herO, we have .herO. And he is going to be going up against the red Protoss in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. SKT1, excellent run through both the OSL and the GSL. It is Rain. Oh, and Grubby, I have to say, like, you just watched the game 3, that unbelievably amazing ZVP outside, like you and Rob were outside. I said the stupidest thing during that cast.
What happened?
I'm so unbelievably tired. I said the interceptors like continue to cost money even when they don't die.
And like it happens to the best.
I like straight after the game I was like, Dan, did I really say that? And he was like, yeah, actually around 35 minutes in, you said that about like twice. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it.
It's nice that Tosis didn't throw you under the bus.
It is,
you
but
know that's not true too, right?
No, but that series was just, it was so long, but really, really epic as well, I do have to say, and the chain fungals on them in a minute. Were you watching outside when the chain fungals happened in the middle of the map? Oh my god, it was absolutely ridiculous. That's possibly one of the most amazing late game ZVPs I've ever seen. Really unfortunate though with the carriers just not able to hold it out in the
Very
in the
smart
end
play by Curious. Was doing exactly what he needed to win that game. And
well, yeah.
Speaking of stupid mistakes, you know what I once said?
What do you once
Don't get me
say?
wrong, I'm a pro gamer, right?
Right.
I once thought that warping in units took bonus damage when they were being attacked while they were warping in. Like 50 or 100% extra bonus damage. I'm not sure.
Is that maybe like from another game or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know. I said it, and then Kalaris was like, "Hey, that's not true." I was like, "Oh, damn, I'm a pro gamer." Anyway, man, this happens to the best of us. Let's get into this game. That doesn't really matter. All right. Yeah, there's the nameplate. So we see double quick gas from both players.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they both got their double gases before the cybernetics score. Yes, indeed. And Rain, however, did scout for proxy gates, whereas CJ's.herO is completely neglecting that.
Yep, so both players looking like they want to get up to their tech reasonably quickly here in this PvP. And this is interesting as well, because like these guys are, you know, old StarCraft 1 professionals that are now facing each other in StarCraft 2. I wonder if we're going to be seeing like different strategies than we normally would see in the current StarCraft 2 metagame because of the way these guys think. What do you think these guys are going into this matchup here?
I'm so glad you asked, because I have a little bit of an inkling of what Rain might be doing.
Yeah.
I played him in the MVP Invitational, and I'm not sure if the results are out yet, but he did a pretty cool build where he went for a sentry, and then, okay, as an opponent, you're like, okay, you see that sentry?
Yep.
It's not going to be DTs because you won't have enough gas. But then he went DTs anyway, and it totally screwed me up. However, that's not going to be the case. Oh, yeah, it might be the case.
Well, he's putting a Twilight Council in like quite a, you know, sort of like tucked away in the corner of the base there. So I wonder if but yeah, he could potentially hide a Dark Shrine next to it or somewhere else.
I think he'll have 250 gas already. So even though he has 2 sentries, it's like super mind game. If your opponent scouts that, double sentry, they completely don't expect DTs. Completely, and I think he's gonna proxy the Dark Shrine right over here.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's kind of what I expected from Rain, and it looks like that's what he's gonna do. Oh no, he's going for a 3rd sentry. I think that's a fake sentry. He's gonna cancel it.
Okay,
but there we go.
Yep.
He did cancel it.
Dark Shrine being proxied in the top left position there, and super quick robotics bay coming out from .herO there. So he did go for that quick robo, but immediately going into that robotics bay, and no observer popping out just yet.
Yeah, and I wasn't keen to guess what .herO was gonna do because I simply had no idea. I've never really looked that much into his replays as much as I have into Rain. So now we can say he's gonna make 1 Colossus, and he's followed it up with 4 gateways. He does have 2 sentries, and he's just going to make 1 Colossus and go all in. It's very likely that that's exactly what he's going to do. He stopped at 23 probes, so he is completely all in. He's getting a super fast rush out, going to be trying to attack super soon here. Whereas Rain, he went from 2 gates into, well, actually 3 gates into an expansion after getting that Dark Shrine. So
this is really hyper aggressive coming out from both players here, and if any, both players actually having 2 sentries at the top of the ramp as well, trying to defend, prevent any sort of probe scout coming in there, and of course seeing that the gas was spent on them, but it's actually being spent elsewhere as well. The Colossus now halfway done from .herO. Let's see what the corresponding DTs might be able to do.
And the cool thing is these DTs are going to be moving into the main base, and there's no observer yet, but Rain, actually Hero will see that, and he's going to force field the ramp right here. Oh no! Yeah.
Just, oh wow, that was possibly the last second he could have done it, and Hero force fielding, and now moving out with his army as well. So let's see what he can make do with this. The Colossus is now out. A DT is in the base though, but he has got the observer popping out, so he will be okay on that front.
And this DT killed a sentry as he was chasing them. A DT is slightly, ever so slightly faster than a sentry, about half a movement speed unit faster. So now he's going to get a second sentry, and this is painful. Will he get another hit and kill all three of the sentries? Observer comes in here, and he does kill the sentry, but he will have to book it out of here. He doesn't want to die, and he does.
Yeah. Alright. That wasn't really a decision that was up to him at that point. The Colossus looking down on him and saying, you know what, I'm not having any of this. And I like that, actually. That DT died, so he knows that the Observer moved out with the army, so now he's moving back into the base with another DT, but another Observer already in. So good thinking there from Rain, trying to prevent that from happening, but just unfortunately anticipating this hero already had another Observer out.
Now this is so nice, force fielding off. The Colossus is going to be used as a breaker, but you would have to try and use the Immortal to focus on the Colossus. And Rain! Oh, Hero's not paying attention. Rain kills the Colossus, which was the major teeth of this attack, and now it looks like it shouldn't be too hard anymore for Rain to defend this, but that's some super nice force fields by Hero, taking that Immortal out rather easily, and there's a lot of Zealots still here for Hero, but Rain has the superior economy. He's on 30 workers against just 21, and he does have 3 gateways to produce from here.
Well, he has invested a lot in that Nexus, so if he holds off this push and he's able to keep Hero at bay, he would be able to try and power up with a bit more economy, but it looks like Hero is completely intent on taking down Nexus at the moment. It's getting very, very low indeed, and I don't think it can be saved at this point. The DPS, it should be enough to hit it before Rain can come down the ramp.
Yeah, and there's still enough energy for force field, so Rain can't move down anymore. He doesn't have any force field breakers. He does have this DT though, and it's going to kill a whole bunch of probes. 3 probes killed, and then he's going to move out. So while that Nexus has died, when we pick up the pieces here, we've got 30 workers from Rain against just 22 from Hero. The supply is roughly equal. Rain is a little bit ahead, and now of course Rain can just make DTs and Archons to break force field, so he doesn't actually need to tech up to Colossi, and we might be seeing something like a counter push here from Rain.
I don't think he was able to do it earlier because he was busy trying to get the gas to do it, I get the impression. And that's why the Nexus was basically sacked there. We now have Hero moving in once again to the base with the Observer just to double check that everything is looking okay here. And good positioning on the Observer there from Hero. It looks like both sides are going to back off. The current supplies are 61 to 51. And what is the worker count looking like after that particular engagement? It's 31 to 23 in favor of Rain.
Yeah, and Hero is making the better unit in the PvP matchup, the Colossus. That's what he's ahead in. Oh, messes up his force fields. But Rain has the immediate advantage, like a big immediate advantage, John.
Yeah, so he really does.
I don't know if Hero has enough time to get a critical amount of Colossi to defend off this attack.
Well, the Immortal in the composition is going to be super useful as well, and the Archon can, of course, break those force fields. So let's see if Hero can defend against this here. The Archon at the front of the army, picking off a sentry immediately. Really, really nice stuff coming out there, but we have the Colossus in the back now coming from Hero. Trying to spread his units is Rain, and the Archon still doing a lot of splash damage here. The Immortal now moving forward, trying to pick off the Colossus. Hero managing to microing it back, but it does eventually go down once he moves up the ramp, and now Rain is inside the base, and I think this could be curtains here for Hero in game number 1.
Yeah, really nice micro by both of these players, but Rain just had more to work with. He just had simply more raw power. 2 Archons and an Immortal. Very, very beefy units here against the Zealots that Hero had. And GG. Rain will take the first map.